Welcome again to another Narc Survivor live video. This one we're going to be talking about what it means when you have defeated a narcissist and how you know that you have finally and once and for all defeated them. Because I'm sure it's a question that many of you have. You wonder, how do you know? When is it finally done? When is it finally over? And after everything they did to you, they came in, they manipulated you, they lied to you, they deceived you, they future faked, they did all of these things to you, they insulted you, they put you down, they made you feel like you're nothing, and all the while they were extracting everything they needed from you. And they already had their new source lined up while they were dealing with you. At least in most situations, they already had someone new there, ready, waiting for when they were ready to get rid of you. And then at some point, they just got rid of you. They discarded you. And many of you wonder why. You wonder, how did that happen? How is that even possible? How could they just leave? But that's just it. That's how you know that you have defeated the narcissist. You've defeated them when they don't come back, when you don't hear from them anymore, when they're gone, when they're out of the picture, when they stop calling you, when they stop messaging you. That's how you know that you have defeated the narcissist. Because up until that point, if you remember, when they kept coming into your life, they were always there, they were always using you, manipulating you, all those times. They were playing you for a fool. They felt like you're not really on to them, you don't really know what they're doing to you, what they're trying to achieve. So all of that time they stuck around, thinking, oh yeah, I'll just keep milking it out of you. I'll keep getting what I want, and you will be none the wiser. You won't even see what I'm trying to do. That's how they're thinking. But then think about it. Why do they stop? Why do they discard you? Why do they walk away? Of course, the reason why is because they know they can't do that anymore. They can't get one over on you like they used to. So they got to run off and try and find another unsuspecting target. Because they know they can't pull that with you anymore. They can't play those games with you. They can't mess you around like they did before. And at that point, that's how you know you have defeated them. When they don't come back. Especially when they discard you. I mean, that is a clear sign. When you see they just run off, they disappear. When you see them running away, that's how you know that you have defeated them. The last thing you want is for them to stick around, feeling comfortable around you, feeling like they're safe, to be in your presence. If you've got a narcissist like that around you, then they really just think that you're a fool. You're easy for them to manipulate. And I know many of you can relate. I mean, just look back at the beginning of the relationship. They were all over you then. They were always there. It's like you couldn't get rid of them. And what was happening at that time? If you remember, you were being fooled. You were being manipulated. You were being tricked. They pulled the wool over your eyes. You were under a spell. You were in a trance. And that's why they were there. When you come out from all of that, you're no longer under a spell. You're no longer in a trance. You're no longer susceptible. Oh, now they're nowhere to be found. Why? Because now you're not a fool. Now you're not willing to be their doormat. Now you've wised up. You've got the knowledge, the power. They don't want to be around you now. They want to be around someone who they perceive as stupid, naive, foolish, unaware, unintelligent. Someone who can't see what is happening, what is being done to them. Now that is the kind of person they want to be around. Someone who can't see the forest for the trees. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of people are like in this world. And you will find that when before you were quite innocent and naive, but then when you do begin to become wiser, more experienced and more knowledgeable, now it's like all of these people who are once manipulating and using you, now they want to turn against you. Or now they just don't want to be around you. But either way, it's because you've defeated them. Whether they turn against you and they lie, they start a smear campaign, they try to sabotage your life, or they just completely disappear altogether. Either way, it's because you have defeated them. That is the reason why. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button down below if you are finding this message helpful. Helps the YouTube algorithm. Let's get this message out there so that other survivors will see it as well and benefit from it. Please show your support. It will only take you 2 seconds to hit that thumbs up button. But yeah, many of you, the narcissist discards you. It's like it gets to a point where They leave you. They go off, they find someone else. And you wonder why. It's like you look at yourself, you self-loathe, you blame yourself. You think there's something wrong with you, you're not good enough. Or the new person they're with, they're better. And you start comparing yourself to them. When it's like, no, you've just become stronger. You've become wiser. You see what they're doing now. You see what's going on. And many times after dealing with you, after they've already had the best, they had someone who was always there for them, always at their beck and call, did whatever they want. After that, they typically go down. I mean, you just got to look back at everything you did for them. You really think they're going to find someone who can do better than you? If they could, they wouldn't have stayed with you all of that time. So many times what happens is, after they leave, they actually take a fall. They go down. They're not doing as well as when they were with you, because you were the one who was keeping them afloat. So what happens is they go down, and it's like there's no way they can reciprocate anything back to you. After all of that time, they were just draining you of everything that you had. And then you wonder why they're not coming back. And it's like, you really think they're going to come back just so you can have the last laugh? Just so you can reject them? Because of course, I mean, after everything you did for them, and they never did anything for you, they just lied, they future faked. They promised you this future, which never came into fruition. Of course, they know if they come back, you're going to want answers, you're going to want to know what happened to all of that. And you're just going to reject them. You're going to humiliate them. You're going to crush their ego, their self-esteem, their false reality, their false character. So of course, they're not going to come back to you. They can't measure up to you, to what you were to them. They can't operate on that level. So they know they can't come around you. They've got to go and, I mean, as they say, water seeks its own level. So they got to go back down to where they belong, to where they come from, which is not anywhere near to where they were with you. They came up while they were with you. They saw things they never seen before. They had things they never had. Just drinking some tomato juice today. I like to try different juices, different fruits, different vegetables. But yeah, trust me, these people, they know where they belong. They know where they belong. Just look back at how they treated you, everything they did. And what did they ever do for you? Tell me, did they ever reciprocate even a fraction of the value of what you gave to them? Of course not. And why? Because they weren't on your level. They're not on your level now. And they're never going to be. All that's going to happen is they're going to go down, and they're going to keep going down. And when you don't hear from them, when they run off, they discard you, they're trying to find another unsuspecting victim. The reason why they do that is because you have defeated them. That's why. And if you didn't defeat them, well, then they'd probably still be with you, treating you like a fool, using you, abusing you, making your life even worse than it already was when they discarded you. Because yeah, if you thought it was bad, it could have been a lot worse. It would be a lot worse if they were still there. The longer they're with you, the worse it gets. It doesn't get better. Many of us, we hold on, we believe in the lies and the future faking, thinking that if we stick around, things will get better in time. But actually they do just get worse, and they get a lot worse. Your value just continues to get depleted the longer you spend around them. Because they do not have any value of their own. These are empty meat suits. It's a void. A black hole. There's nothing inside of them. You were keeping them afloat. You were giving value to them. But they never gave any value to you. They were sticking around to get that from you. And that's why the longer you spend around them, the more you go down, and the more they go up. But then as soon as it's all over, things start to get better for you over time. Well, things just get worse for them. Which is why they do usually try to come back. I mean, on average, a narcissist will hoover their victim 7 times. But if you've really defeated them, what can they do? They can't come back. But yeah, this is how you know what you were dealing with. With narcissists, I mean, the narcissist is always the one who comes in with little or nothing. Then they leave with more than what they came in with. The victim comes in with a lot, leaves with a lot less. I mean, that's the whole point. A victim has been robbed. They've been depleted. Even if it's just in their energy. Even if there was no money involved, no physical abuse. Just depleted of your energy. And then they run off with all of the enthusiasm. You're stuck there with your head down. Lost all of your confidence. Because you've been victimized, you've been robbed. That's what narcissists will do to you. $195 live viewers and only 51 thumbs ups. Please hit that thumbs up button down below. If you're enjoying this message, do your bit to help get this message out there to other survivors as well. Very important. I can't do it on my own. I need your help as well. It takes just 2 seconds to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. But yeah, many of you may not have thought about it this way until I mentioned it. But this is the reality of it. This means that you have defeated the narcissist when you don't hear from them, when they no longer want to be around you. That means you've become a threat. That means maybe they're afraid of being around you. They're afraid of you rejecting them, or you exposing them, you holding them up to certain expectations. So they see you as a more powerful force. And that is exactly what you want. You don't want them to see you as weak, compliant, and submissive, to where they think they could just keep coming back, using you again and again. You do not want that. That's the last thing any of us want. So when you don't hear from them, when they're not responding to your texts, answering your phone calls, when they've blocked you, that's great. That's what we should all be striving to achieve, where they no longer want anything to do with us, and they just completely leave us alone. That's great. That's all we should want. Because trust me, you're never going to get anything good from dealing with them. Nothing good is ever going to come out of that. All that's going to happen is you're going to be depleted of everything you've got. All of your love, energy, and resources. All of your positivity and enthusiasm, all that's going to go. All that's going to be gone. And the longer they're around, the worse that it's going to get. It will just keep getting worse and worse. And that is why I say, when they discard you, when they leave, they walk out, when you don't hear from them, and when they don't come back, yeah, that means that you have defeated them. That means that you have won. That means you're a winner. You're a champion. You have defeated the villain, the monster. You did it. And at that point, we should have a celebration. Because that is a great thing. To defeat a narcissist. To where they don't want to come back to you. I mean, that is brilliant. That is what we should all strive for. There should be no pride in seeing yourself as a grade A source of supply to a selfish, abusive narcissist. There's nothing good in being that. If a narcissist likes you, wants to be around you, wants to be in your space, in your life, that means that there is a serious problem. That means something needs to be done. Things need to be changed to keep them out. We need to become the type of person that these narcs want nothing to do with. That's the type of person that we should strive to be. And in fact, any narcs trying to come into your life, whether it's the one from before or a new one, you got to make sure those boundaries are very firm and fixed. And not only that, just be that which they do not want. Disgust them. Be something distasteful. If they want to watch you, they want to stalk you. They want to monitor you to see if you are going to be a suitable source for them. Make sure they see things that are going to make them sick. Make sure you really put them off. Don't ever let yourself be presented as anything interesting or appealing to a narcissist, because that's how they get in a lot of times. You want to be dull, you want to be boring, uninteresting. Give them the grey rock. That's what I do a lot of times. I go out, keep my earphones in, put my shades on, even put my hood up. I don't want no narcs looking at me, thinking I'm some kind of snack, something to relieve their appetite. No, I don't want any narcs looking at me like that, thinking they can use and abuse me. No way. And in that sense, we have defeated many of these narcs before we've even got involved with them. Just by being that uninteresting, unappealing. Because that's the way it's gotten these days. I mean, you know, you want to present yourself well in life. You want to dress nice, do your hair, wear nice clothes, have a nice car. Do you know who's looking at this stuff when you're going out into the world like that? You think any empaths are thinking that you're appealing to them, or that they want to be involved with you? Of course not. The only types of people who are seeing that, when you go out there, for the guys, you're showing your muscles, you're showing your new car. For the girls, maybe you got a nice outfit on, you're wearing a short skirt, whatever it may be. What type of people do you think are looking at that? That's appealing to narcissists. Those are the type of people who flock towards those types of things. This is why I do what I do. This is why I try to separate myself as much as I can from the general population. I try to stay in rooms that are away from everyone. I don't stay in hotels if I can avoid it. I try to avoid public transportation. Even when I do go out, I put on my shades, my earphones, so no one talks to me. Put my hood. I don't want anyone to see me, to look at me, to think that I could be anything to them. I don't want anyone to even think that. Because it's been like that before in the past, and I've been used, I've been abused so many times. And I don't want to go through that again. And I know I've learned all of these things that we may admire about ourselves. Our physical appearance, how we look, our beauty, our money, our success, our wealth, even our intelligence, our creativity, all of these things, these qualities. The main people who are really looking at this stuff are narcissists. Narcissistic people who are just seeking to use and exploit us. Empaths aren't looking like that. An empath is typically looking to give, to share something with you, not to take from you. So they're looking at you like thinking, oh, I see something I can get from this person. Just to use you like an object. This is why when they go, when they discard you, yes, that means that you have won. That's an accomplishment, an achievement. When they want nothing to do with you, that is great. Don't let it affect your confidence, your self-esteem. If anything, I should do the opposite. I mean, that's how I see it. If I see that narcissists are avoiding me, they don't want anything to do with me, I see it as though, yeah, that means I'm doing the right thing. I'm on the right track. Because if they do want anything to do with you, if they see you as something attractive or appealing, that means something is wrong. We should not desire for these types of people to want anything to do with us at all. We should never want that at all. They're absolute losers. They're garbage. If they desire you, if they want you, that means that there is a problem, that there is something wrong that we need to fix about ourselves. Because we should not ever desire to be appealing to narcissists. I mean, once you get to a certain point of healing, you'll realize just how disgusting that is, just even the thought of it. It should repulse you. Because they are nothing to be desired or to be wanted around you. There's nothing good about them at all. So yeah, when they don't want you, that's great. That's what we should all aim for. And that means that you have defeated them. So that's it. That's the message for today. This means you have defeated the narcissist. Congratulations. If you found this video helpful, please hit that thumbs up button down below. Show your support. It will take you 2 seconds. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comment section below. I read your comments every day. Hit the subscribe button and click all notifications so that you will be notified when I upload a video or go live in the future. And if you would like to book a one-on-one coaching session with me, just go to my website. It is narcsurvivor.co.uk. Also, follow me on Instagram. It's Narc Survivor YouTube. Thank you all for joining me on another Narc Survivor live video. I appreciate your support. And as always, I will talk to you in another one very soon.